Okay, you guys, welcome back to our second video for the day. Today is Tuesday, March 24th, 2020. You could be practicing also writing your dates on a daily basis, making sure you capitalize the T in Tuesday, the M in March, and using your commas in between the day and the month, as well as the date and the year, okay? So here's what we're going to be going over today. We're going to talk about staying healthy, helping around the house. We're going to do your sight word practice. We're going to review where you should be with your packets this week. We'll go over some of your math reminders and computer reminders. Okay, so staying healthy. As you guys remember my first video, because all of these teachers were all learning how to do all this online with you guys, right? I was touching my face too much. So my strategy when I'm working with you guys is to hold on to our little, this was a class pet at school. Thank you to the sweet person who gave this to me. My strategy to keep my hands away from my face is to kind of to hold on to something. So, and I'm making sure that I'm washing my hands for 20 seconds. I'm getting under my nails. You can sing the ABCs, and that will help you with making sure that you are thorough enough when washing your hands. And just like we were practicing every day in class, making sure that you're coughing into your elbow and hopefully a sleeve, because we know that that virus is traveling by germs that travel in the air. Okay, so making sure you're getting enough sleep and eating healthy, and also getting some time outside. Okay, helping around the house. I'm so excited. There's so many of you guys that have been sending me pictures of yourselves helping with your family, doing dishes, making muffins. One of you guys was helping out in the garden. So I just love to see that, and thank you for those of you that are letting me share it with the class. And you guys can keep sending those to me, and I'll keep asking to share them with everybody. And I think it's a really neat way for all of us to see each other and see what we are each up to. So good job helping with your family members and helping in the house. And I know your moms and your dads and your grandmas and grandpas and all the adults that are at home, I know that they appreciate all of your help. Okay, it makes a big difference. Okay, so we're going to go over your sight word practice now, you guys. So we are in, believe it or not, we're in week 31 of school. So what I'm going to do in order to start my sight word practice is I'm going to go into my homework folder, and I'm going to look at what the date is. So we already finished the first list, so we've got to go to the second list. And this week is the week of March 23rd, 2020. So we're on list 31. Okay, I put my cards from last week inside one of the other sleeves. So we're on our last page, you guys. We're on our last page of our words. So I've taken all of my words that are here on list 31, and I have decided to put them on index cards. Remember, if you don't have index cards, all you have to do is get a sheet of paper. You can even cut up pieces of cardboard from a cereal box and use the brown side, the blank side, and write your words on your index cards. Okay? So what we will do is I'm going to hold each one of the words up. We're going to do 2 rounds of this. Okay, the first round, I'm going to read the word to you. In the second round, I'll just hold the word up and I'm not going to say anything, and you'll have 3 seconds to name the word, okay? And these are the cards we're going to work on all throughout this week. So write down how many you know today from our practice, and then try to improve that number tomorrow and all throughout the week, okay? And you guys, just to remind ourselves, why are these words important? These words are important because they make up 90% of the texts that you read on a second grade level. So what that means is that our sight words make up a lot of the words, almost all of the words that we read in the books that are on a second grade reading level. Okay, so these are really important, and the goal is to just see the word and be able to say it, sort of like we say at school. We see it, we say it. Okay, all right, so let's do our first round with these. These are our sight words this week. Tomorrow, track, until, visit, watch, week, wild, without, also a compound word. So if you did your list 1 and your spelling this past week, You're familiar with compound words, 2 words in one. Wood and year. Okay, so now we're going to do another round where you're just going to see the word. Okay, so I'm just going to hold up the word for 3 seconds. Last one. Okay, so hopefully you got a few of those right. Maybe you only got one right. That's okay. Write that down. Write it down how many you got right somewhere. And then again, make it a goal to just grow tomorrow. Hopefully you get a little bit more right tomorrow. Okay, so that's our sight word practice for today. Now we're going to take a look at our packets and where we should be in our packets. All right, so I'm pulling out my 3-week packet that we got on our last Friday together. You guys, I believe it's our 7th day of not being in school, which is just crazy to me. So, and it's crazy to all of your teachers. But so we've been out of class for 7 days, not counting weekends. Okay, so where should we be? Remember, every day you should be doing 20 minutes of Freckle, Prodigy, and Raz Kids. Parents or students, if you don't know your username or password for any of these sites, just send me a notice on Class Dojo and I will get it to you the same day. Okay, we're going to go over your spelling assignment, where you should be on that. You should be working on your math, and we'll touch on that in just a little bit. Okay, so let's take a look. All right. This page, sight words, sentences for week 1 should be completely filled up. You should have done all your sight words in a sentence from list 30 last week. Now this week, we're on list 31. We just practiced those words. Yesterday, you should have taken 2 of those words and made a sentence. Challenge yourself to use the word because. That's part of our 2nd grade skills, and that will help give you more meaty, longer sentences, okay? So you should have done 2 sentences yesterday. You should be doing 2 more sentences today, and then 2 more Wednesday, 2 more Thursday, and 2 more Friday, okay? And those are with your sight words, which are the ones we just did on the index cards. All right, now, last week I worked on set 1. This week for spelling, I'm choosing to work on set 2. You may have moved your sets around, and that's okay. So you just need to keep track of whichever set you're working on. It's just that whatever set you are working on, that's your set for the week, okay? So last week we had compound words in set 1, and I was also able to circle the 2 different words within each word. On set 2, you have another pattern. So I'm wondering if any of you recognize the pattern, and maybe if you know what the pattern is for set 2, you can send it to me on Class Dojo and I can confirm it. But one thing I would like for you to at least notice is that there is a word inside of each of these. So the first, inside of each of the actual word, right? So this first word says running. And actually, let's just go through and read all of these. Running, clapped, stopped, hopping, batted, selling, pinned, cutting, sitting, rubbed, missed, and grabbed. Okay, so you see on the first 4, I underlined the word that I see. I see run, I see clap, I see stop, I see hop. So go through the rest of these and identify the word that you see there. It's called the base word is what that's called. All right, so Miss Rudolph admittedly made a mistake when I ran the copies on these packets. You should have had 3 sets of your spelling formats. But you guys, we've been using these formats every day for the whole entire year. So what you can do is Yesterday you should have done 3 times each. Just get a separate sheet of paper, do your 3 times each in a notebook or on a separate sheet of paper. And today you can choose 4 of your spelling words and write pictures. Take a sheet of paper, fold it into 4s, and do a picture in each window. Send me a picture of it and I can put it up on Class Dojo. Okay? Then tomorrow we can do your rhyming words. You could do that even on an index card. Choose 3 of your spelling words and then write 2 rhyming words with each one. Okay? All right, for writing, where should we be? So this week, the prompt that we're working on is called a perfect Saturday. And I used a marker, so it's like bleeding all through. But yesterday, hopefully you did your pre-write. So I've described I picked 3 things that I would do on my perfect Saturday. And it would be 1, go to Rock and Jump, 2, go to the park or a park. And then 3, eat my favorite food, right? So what I have already done, because today's Tuesday and I don't want to like fall behind in my work. So I went ahead and I wrote my introductory paragraph and then I wrote my second paragraph, okay? And so remember, we are also practicing the beginning of our paragraphs using the words first, then, last, and in conclusion. So first would be, I'm going to rock and jump, then I'm going to the park, last I'm going to eat my favorite, most delicious meal, and then I'm going to do my concluding paragraph, okay? So my introductory paragraph says, I love Saturdays. On Saturdays, you can do all sorts of different things. If I got to plan my perfect Saturday, I would do many fun activities. So that's my introductory paragraph. Now, paragraph 2, I skip a line, I indent, and I start with the word first. Now, this is where I'm going to talk about my first thing, rock and jump, which you can actually see through my paper. So first, my perfect Saturday would start off with a visit to Rock and Jump. I would bring my best friend, Ella. We would jump for hours and hours. Okay, so if that's all you get done with your writing today, then you're in a good place, because Wednesday, tomorrow we can do our 3rd paragraph, Thursday we can do our 4th paragraph, and then Friday we can do our 5th paragraph. Okay, and then where should we be with leveled readers? You guys picked out leveled readers when you were with me. If you didn't come to school on that Friday, and you didn't have to, but if you didn't, then just make sure you're picking a book from home, or you can even just pick out a book on Raz Kids, and this is where you can fill in this page, okay? So read a book off of Raz Kids if you didn't get leveled readers. Write the name of the book that you read. Write the answers to the questions at the end of the book, okay? But those of you that did pick out your leveled readers, you should be reading your 3rd leveled reader this week and your 4th leveled reader this week. Just remember to write your name, the name of the book that you're reading up here, and then answer the questions on this page. If there aren't questions at the end, then you should be making up questions and pretending like you're the teacher. All right? Okay, so that's your packet review. All right, so now we're going on to our math reminders. So remember, you're working in your Smarter Balanced Assessment book. You could be completing any 2 pages from SB1 to SB40. If you want to take a picture of it and send it to me on Class Dojo, I will check your work and send you back feedback on how you did. Something else I want to tell you is that we do go on spring break next week and the week after, but when we come back from our spring break period, I will start to put pictures of your workbook pages on Class Dojo so that you can do your pages on a sheet of paper, but just by looking at the assignment on Class Dojo. And that sort of leads into what I'm going to talk about here. And this is for your moms and your dads mostly, or for whoever the adult is at home. But today and tomorrow you can come pick up computers at school. And I'm going to be volunteering both days, so you can also get your students' books and workbooks the next 2 days, even if you're not picking up a computer. And this is just for our class. This is not for everybody else's classes. I asked for permission to do this. So if you come in today or tomorrow, I will go back to our classroom. I'll get all of your workbooks and textbooks out of your students' desk and give that to you. Please don't bring the students to get computers. Sorry, guys. I wish I could see you all, but you know that this is a time where we have to really try to be socially distancing and staying away from each other. And I would just want to be giving you the biggest hugs if you were there. But we're asking that the students stay home. Parents, you guys can come pick up the computers, or if you want to come just to pick up your students' books, that would be great as well. So that way, when I do start assigning the math workbook pages, they can just work directly from their workbook. But again, the workaround is if you can't get up to school today or tomorrow, I'll be putting pictures of their assignments on the stories page. Okay, so, and this is constant. It's our 7th day of not being together. I miss you guys so, I really miss you so much. So I hope you're being nice to your brothers and sisters, and I love you, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.